and Arvind, who are the founding members of Squadron. So let's talk to them. Arvind, Arvind. So where are the humble beginnings of Squadron? Where do they lie?
Okay, so me and Apoorv worked together in 91 Spring Boot before we started Squadron. And while we were there, Apoorv was working on an idea, as college students, what are the two things that everyone relates to? One is that you have a lot of spare time, and the other one is that you're always short on pocket money, right? And if you think about it, really, there's no readily accessible source of like a part-time job or secondary income here. So the idea just started as what can we do to provide this, way to earn, few extra rupees on the side, maybe do my mobile recharge, online shopping or something like that. And so he started working on ideas of what are tasks that companies do that could be outsourced, through a mobile app. And that's really why the seed of Squadron started. So earlier, we were going after tasks like you go to a coffee shop, you drink, cup of coffee, you review it, and we give you points for that. Quickly we realized that it wasn't very scalable, and we moved to a model where you get paid for doing tasks on a phone. So you could moderate a review for an e-commerce website, or you could give ratings on products. And for all these tasks, you make money essentially just sitting anywhere. So yeah, that's how Squadron has started.
So I think the concept of Squadron is pretty heretical. So one of the few members, or one of the few prestigious players in this particular concept, how do you ensure a good user engagement in long term as well as in short term?
So more or less, the one thing that keeps the user engaged is we play, giving them one thing that people need the most in the world, that's money. So that's I guess engagement enough. But apart from that, so these are tasks that people do. So one thing that we were very clear about when we started was this should not seem like a task, right? So people should have, there should be a good value of the time that they're putting into the platform. Money is obviously an added incentive, but the fun element, that's where the whole gamification thing came in. So it's not about the task that you're doing, it's about the fun that you're having with the task and the fact that you're creating a value for a certain business. The subconscious knowledge is that you're creating a value for a certain business that keeps people engaged to a certain extent. Apart from that, we also have have fun missions, fun tasks that are not really client tasks, but tasks that are intended just to make sure that people have a good time on the platform.
So Kanika, a startup goes through more of thick than thin. Hope is at the end of a marathon which you haven't even begun. So what were downs in your own entrepreneurial journey, and how did you overcome them?
I think we're about a little over a year old. So I think the biggest challenges that we have faced is with scaling, right? So Squadron is essentially a two-sided marketplace. So it's like a chicken and egg problem, right? Like you need enough businesses on board for, like if you're a user, you're coming onto my app and you're not seeing any work to be done, you're going to leave. So for me, I need to solve those things. So I think just finding a balance between having enough users to do tasks and having enough tasks for those users to do has been quite challenging for us. And I think as a personal challenge, it's just been building the right team, because I think at the end of the day, it's a team that makes or breaks a startup. And we have some kick-ass people on board, like Arvind, for example, but we're expanding the team as well, and finding the right talent is definitely been one of the more challenging issues. Yeah.
Alright, so where do you see Squadron and yourself as an entrepreneur 5 years from now?
Yes, there's one thing that we write in our JVs is probably we're looking to conquer the world. So probably like any startup says, probably $1 billion startup in 5 years from now. But honestly, so we're working on a problem that is very relevant in the industry. We're working on a problem that needs solution, right? Because one thing that we've been taught and we've seen is unless and until you're working on a genuine problem that is there right now, you're not going to go big, right? So that's been something that we've been working on, and in 5 years, hopefully we would have scaled up so exponentially. We would have expanded to a few other countries at least. So we're looking at different markets right now. So probably we would have captured some markets, done some acquisitions, interesting acquisitions as well, and probably have a big office and a better team.
And I think the one vision or goal is to be able to provide at least 1 million Indians, a stable source of secondary income by 2020. Yeah.
And you have a target of at least 100 million freelance workers, I guess.
Yeah.
So exactly. So if there's a mobile app that can get you 10,000 rupees a month, probably nothing like it. Then I would spend all my college days, working class and doing that.
So Kanika, you have some brilliant academic qualifications. So why did you choose entrepreneurship instead of a job?
So I think it was just for me about what I felt most passionate about. I've studied law, but I never, it was never my calling. I never felt like I was at the right place when I was working at a law firm. And I think with most jobs at like big MNCs or law firms, the work you do has a limited impact, And when you're running your own company or you're working with a startup, it's just everything you do can either make it or break the startup, right? So it's just the impact is phenomenal for what you do, which is what sort of inspired me.
So Squadron is approximately 1.5 years old now.
Yeah.
So what is your motivation every day when you come to work? We can begin with that.
So I guess the motivation for each of us is we are building something and we want to build something big. So every day you come to work. I wouldn't really call this work though. But every day you come here and at the end of the day, when you realize that okay, you put something, it's like you're building a big, a Lego house, and then you put just that one more block in it, and then you see it growing. Probably that's when you see it grow. One client, one player, one more mission done every day. So that's something that we strive for every day, and then probably that's what motivates us. Every little achievement is celebrated here, and then probably that's what keeps us going.
So same for you.
I think it is that it's just you're building a product which is creating value. So recently one of our users earned like a Moto E just playing off Squadron. So so it's just stuff like that. It's just every day you come and the work that you do is creating value for somebody, and that keeps you going. Yeah.
So nowadays a lot of startups are relaxing the employer and employee relations, as in they are relaxing the conventional work cultures. Alright, so there are some rituals in companies like watching a movie on a Friday or keeping a book review. So what particular rituals does Squadron have for its employees?
Pulling Arvind's legs up, doing it.
So there's I guess one difference is there's no employer-employee relation here. No one an employer, no one an employee here. So that's one thing that differentiates us. I know a lot of people say that, but it's actually you come here, you work for a while, you know how it is here. But we have a few interesting things that we do. So one thing that we do is a concept called I Like, I Wonder, I Wish. At the end, so it's a weekly activity. So what we do is everyone fills in an anonymous form wherein anything that they wish that they could do here, or something that they really like about, or something that concerns them. So it's like an open platform. You write anything that you want, and
It just has to start with either I wish, I like, or I want. That's the restriction. Yeah.
So either on a Friday or a Saturday. So we stop all middle of the day. We stop what we're doing. We just gather around, open the form, and then we discuss, have a good time pulling each other's leg. And apart from that, obviously there are we like to chill. As in, it's obviously in a startup, you work really hard. So at the end of the day, it's important to unwind. And I guess there's something that has made it mandatory that after probably some days of hard work, it is compulsory that you have a party and you chill.
So it is a cliche, but both of you, we'll ask some questions. So you have to answer each one of these questions in one word. Right? So you have to name one thing, not two, just one. So we'll begin with Kanika. So what is your favorite musician and or an artist?
Sultan for London Grammar.
And then most inspiring athlete.
Federer is my favorite and not inspiring, but definitely my favorite.
So the most inspiring entrepreneur.
Well, I'd say the most inspiring startup for me is Uber. In that promote this phenomenon.
So your favorite gadget.
Okay, I'm not going to say the iPhone, I'm just going to say the Mac.
The Mac. Your favorite mobile application.
Spot run. I'd say just focus on building a kick-ass team because I really believe that the team is what makes or breaks your company.
Advice, now that's tough. But I guess making sure that you know what you want and not just getting into things for the heck of it. Because nowadays there are a lot of startups and startups are the new cool. And that's why a lot of people want to get into startups. But before you get into a startup, know what they're doing, know what you want to do. And then if you connect, and then avoid conflict.